our coverage. Chris, we're going to get to the killer in just a moment, but you're standing outside that TV station where Allison Parker and Adam Ward were. Tell us the scene there right now.
And John, as is often the case, you know, the less time spent on the motivations, probably the better here. As you see behind us, makeshift memorial under the shade tree, balloons, flowers, but mostly there are tears and there is shock. So many of the people who come by here are people who work at WDBJ. This is a true news family here, and so many of them are just locals in this tight community who are coming up with the same questions that we have heard too many times in too many different places. Why did this happen? Why these two people? There are answers, but none of them are good. None of them justify this, and none of it make it anything but wrong. This started early this morning at just a regular run-of-the-mill live shot for two young, aspiring journalists who, by every account, represented all the best that WDBJ had to offer. We know their names now: 24-year-old Allison Parker, 27-year-old Adam Ward. They were doing a story about the 50th anniversary of a reservoir and a recreation area. They were interviewing 61-year-old Vicki Gardner, a member of the local Chamber of Commerce there. And during that live shot, which wasn't courting any type of danger, this was supposed to be easy, and it was being done well until this 41-year-old murderer walked up with the most evil of designs, and he has his motivations and he has his manifesto, and none of them matter. What we know about these two young people was that they were at the beginning of their lives in every way that you can calculate. They were new to the business and doing well. They were new to being a team and they were doing well. They were both engaged to be married. Allison to an anchor here, Chris Hurst, and Adam to a producer here, Marissa Ott. And the story gets even more painful at this point because Ott was in the control room during this live shot when this all unfolded. And they were thinking about their lives, and they were doing all of the right things when all of the wrong things were done to them. This gunman, again, has his motivations, says he got his gun after Charleston, says he had ideas about racism that were directed toward him. What we know is that he was an employee here. He had a reputation for being difficult. He was dismissed in a way that the news manager said was the hardest one he'd ever dealt with. The police had to be involved. And now, to be sure, John, two lives are lost for absolutely no good reason. And the families of the Parkers, the Wards, the Otts, and the Hursts, and this news family are bearing the brunt of this pain.
They sure are. Young, hungry, but joyful journalists the way we all should be. Chris Cuomo in Roanoke. We're going to check back in with you again in just a short bit.